Deputy Presiding Officer, to ask the Scottish Government what its position is on any potential negative impacts for local communities when asylum seekers are housed in large-scale sites in Scotland.
Cabinet Secretary Shirley-Ann Somerville.
The Scottish Government have consistently raised concerns about alternative asylum accommodation, including hotels and large-scale sites. Instead, people seeking asylum should be provided with safe and appropriate accommodation within communities while waiting for an asylum decision. This allows access to essential support and services whilst integrating into a local area. Large sites simply cannot provide that. The Home Office must engage properly with local authorities and local communities when considering new sites and ensure they are actively part of any planning for the introduction of new asylum accommodation, given that it is the Home Office that has responsibility for asylum accommodation.
Craig Coy.
I thank the Minister for that answer. Does the Minister agree that communities have legitimate concerns about the use of asylum hotels? For example, the Mercure Hotel in Dumfries, particularly when large groups of young men gather and congregate in the town. In her letter to the Home Secretary, the Minister made specific reference to negative impacts. Is she prepared to put on the record what she believes the negative impacts upon communities are when asylum seekers are housed in this way?
Cabinet Secretary.
Well, what I am concerned about and remain concerned about with the Home Office is the impact on local services in particular, and we see this being a continuing difficulty with Home Office, as the coordination between the Home Office and local services, including NHS boards, is far from adequate. That does allow a degree of concern to be built up both by local providers and by local communities, because they do not know whether or not there will be an impact on their services, and that gap in information does allow misinformation as well as genuine concerns to be developed. That's why I'm very keen that the Home Office comes forward with robust and quick answers to questions about impact on local services, with a reassurance that services will be provided on site, and if they are not, that local authorities, health boards and so on will be compensated financially for the impact, to once again reassure people that we can welcome people to this country and there will not be a negative impact on the local services when they do so.
Supplementary, Marie McNair.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank the Cabinet Secretary for that reassurance. But can the Cabinet Secretary please reaffirm the Scottish Government priority to ensure that anyone accommodated in Scotland is treated with dignity and compassion, and that they receive that wraparound support that they require, and that local communities are engaged in this process?
Cabinet Secretary.
Well, it is very difficult to be able to provide reassurance when it is the Home Office that actually is responsible for that asylum accommodation and is unable to provide reassurance either to Scottish Government, to many of the local authorities involved and to the NHS boards involved. That does make it exceptionally challenging to be able to either reassure those seeking asylum or indeed the communities that are already present in an area. We do have an approach in Scotland where we can work together. We have seen that working well with UK Government departments in the past. Those types of partnerships have existed and could exist again, but it does require all parties, including the UK Government, to be able to work together to ensure our communities do feel that they are safe and included and respected in the decisions that are taken on this very sensitive issue.
Question number 8, Stu McMahon.